Hello, Carl here with Sustainability Theory News. We're over at areadevelopment.com, and they have an article written by the founder of Farmscape. They create really nice looking urban gardens for industrial and commercial buildings. And they also talk about how it can improve property values. They give a number of 28%. That is on the high end of the spectrum in my experience, but if you have phenomenal landscaping and you incorporate permaculture design, that is really could make any property stand out from the crowd, that's for sure. We'll go to some pictures and then talk about the benefits that are listed in that article. So this one, I do like the look of it. That's a lot of galvanized metal. It takes a lot of energy to produce that. But they use drip irrigation, they got those nice walkways, and then they have an employee break area, help people rest and relax, helps keep employees at work. Or rather, keeps them from quitting if they feel like they have a nice place to relax and they are not so stressed out at work. The healthy food is, of course, another benefit. Now, if you're going to design high-end landscaping, make sure one looks good and two is easy to maintain, because sometimes it can be very expensive to maintain high-end landscaping. The stone on the side of these raised beds is a great example. It looks good, but it lasts forever. You might want to do a seal coat over it once every 10, 20 years. Test an area first to make sure it doesn't change the look in a way you don't like, but it's not necessary for stone. Then you have little nice wood towers, little trellis towers for the beans or the squash. They even have these little decorative globes out there. Those little finishing touches are nice, and landscape architects are great at that sort of thing. Myself, I'm not too much for the aesthetics, but I can appreciate it when I see it. Now, of course, gravel walkways, pretty easy to maintain, and sometimes weeds will grow in there, so you want to have a nice thick base and maybe some compressed clay underneath it to prevent anything from growing, although some things love clay. All right, we have a little dining area here. This looks like it could be someone's home. That would be a great little place for eating with your family. Or if you're just on a break with employees, maybe it's a business meeting to attract new customers. They might want to request a tour of the garden. Well, heck, why don't they just have lunch in the garden? And maybe you could have the lunch with the food that was grown in the garden. Employees could have that at their cafeteria. Maybe there's an employee's farmer's market. Maybe you could volunteer in exchange to get some food when it's time to harvest. Lots of different ways you can get employees involved at work without actually working. They would do that on their own time, or they take the food home and eat it at dinner. And rather than coming home at the end of the day and thinking, oh man, that place, what a mess. They're eating the food there. It gives them a little bit extra to think about that's good. It exceeds their expectations just a little bit. So there's a lot of benefits, of course, more than I could just mention there. I'm going to link to this page and the article from areadevelopment.com in the description. If you'd like to see more news headlines like this, subscribe to my channel. Have a great day.